Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Petrikovsky. I'm professor of obstetrics and gynecology, and the content of this video doesn't necessarily reflect the opinion of the institution I've privileges at or I am affiliated with. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't think I will ever come to this topic over again because I think it's relatively clear and everything is done with hydrochloroquine. But unfortunately, it's not the case. 2 days ago, a scientific newspaper, Washington Post, put an article regarding the risk of death affiliated with hydrochloroquine. And the reason for that particular article was the presentation in a reputable medical journal on hydrochloroquine in open line publication. Well, one thing I have to admit, I've been a reviewer for medical journals for the last 30 years. I've reviewed numerous scientific publications, and reviewing this article, I really have a major problem with its content, even more so with its relevance to what we're talking about. The most important problem with this particular study is the dosages of the medication. Patients received chloroquine alone, 765 milligrams for 6.6 days. Combined medication was given between 4 and 7 days. So any result that comes from that particular dosage is clearly not applicable by what's recommended in this country. The only impressive part of the study is that they put together a large number of patients coming from 6 continents, which gives me a pleasure to understand and recognize that a lot of countries understand potential benefits on hydrochloroquine and are really widely using it. What's also is completely missed by the press, and I want definitely bring it to your attention, is that at least the authors of this particular paper had an integrity to put in the conclusions the fact that a randomized clinical trial will be required before any conclusion can be reached regarding benefit or harm of this particular medications. So this particular publication, unfortunately, doesn't represent what's necessary, which is a double-blind planned study. And until we get the result of that, I don't think we can come to any conclusions. Regarding the potential problems with cardiac arrhythmias, in my humble opinion, it can come from 2 sources. Either the disease itself is harming the heart, or maybe the occasional combination with antibiotics can cause arrhythmia. Because way before the onset of pandemic of coronavirus, we were aware that some antibiotics, independently of hydrochloroquine, can definitely be associated with a particular risk of arrhythmia. So my recommendations stay the same. Based on the anecdotal experience of numerous doctors, including my own, I would definitely recommend to consider discussing the potential use of chloroquine with your physician. And if the doctor agrees and you understand the risk and benefits, it should be taken either prophylactically, like we do, or maybe in the very onset of the symptoms. because just to complete this video, I think that looking at the press releases, looking at the various opinions, I think it's not the virus that underwent mutation, but rather hydrochloroquine, who was known to be the safest medication before, and now after certain people recommend to use it, it mutated and became very harmful. Thank you and stay well.